Wollen Sie hier sitzen? Rauchen Sie?
No.
Auf Deutsch oder auf English, bitte?
In English, please.
Well, that's a surprise to me, being that I already know what side you're on. So, let's get down to business, shall we? I assume you know why you're here. Then please explain to me why you went against your orders.
Well, sir, it began 6 weeks ago, when my men and I were on a routine patrol in the eastern section of Berlin. Alright, guys. Just remember, it's a civilian, we're going in there, we're getting information cards, we're getting out. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me? Is anybody home?
Yes, please come in. My name is Officer Howard Dwight. I'm with the U.S. Army. Is everything all right? Yeah. Please have a seat. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. As I was saying, I'm an American officer, and I'm here to help gather information about what happened.
My name's Ewald.
Well, Ewald, I'm pleased to meet you. Would you like something to eat? Well, I just need to have your identification card, and I'll be on my way. Thank you. I hope you don't mind me asking, but what is that?
It's my wife.
She's very pretty. May I ask where she is?
She died a few years back. I'm sorry. And, your wife?
Well, I almost had a wife. Back where I come from, United States, I met someone, and I loved her very much. But I don't know how much she loved me, because I never married her. With the war going on, I knew that I couldn't ask her. I couldn't ask her to wait that long. And, I've heard later that she got married to someone else.
It's very admirable.
Thank you. So, after I got his information, we talked. We talked about our experiences in the war. We even lit up a few, and I don't even smoke. After that, I said that I'd come back, bringing more supplies, since that we were ordered to bring supplies.
You were not ordered to make friends with these civilians. You were to investigate. Are you aware that less than a year ago we fought against them while this war was going on?
Damn it, I know that! I did my duty. I fought against the enemy lines. But, sir, forgive me for speaking so bluntly, but I'd fight against any infantry, ours included, if it stood in the way of the values that I stand for.
And just what are those? They certainly have nothing to do with loyalty.
Let us continue, sir, and you may find out what those values are. I visited Edward some time after that night. He seemed so fascinated by my stories. I told him of my life back home, life in America, and the freedom we strive and fight for. It seemed he ached for this concept. After all, he hadn't witnessed this freedom in years.
I want to get out of Berlin. My daughter, she gave me this doll before she was taken away. She told me that as long as I had this doll, I'd always have her. She was very loving.
I'm sure you were a great father. I can help you.
Thank you.
From that point, we planned his escape, the way out of the prison he had for himself in East Berlin.
What the hell is your problem? Come on, no, you want to not get it.
So let me get this right. You smuggled your subject from this hideaway onto a convoy truck. That truck was to take him and the cargo it held across the Berlin border, and from there he was free.
Yes, sir.
But you didn't count on the surprise checkpoint 300 yards from the border, or the guards who would want the booze you were carrying so badly they would rip the cargo boxes out of the back and pop them all open, including the one that held your subject. But even then, we could not connect you to the German. You had to attack the guards and buy your friend enough time to escape.
I had to, sir. The man would have been killed had the guards captured him.
You opened fire on friendly troops. Do you realize the international incident that you could have just made? You're lucky there was a platoon of American soldiers in the area to back you up, or your ass will be dead. Over.
I did what I considered to be the best course of action.
Nearly igniting a second war was your best course of action? What would most Americans say about that?
I could care less what most Americans say about that. I don't care what values they have. I care what values I had. And I care about the life of that man.
And the German civilian?
Sir, don't you know about him?
Sir, don't you know?
I'm formally relieving you of your duty. I'm putting you on an airplane out of Berlin at 0600 hours. You're excused. Get out of my sight.
Sir.
When speaking of my experience in the war and post-war Berlin, it is so easy to find the evil things, the tyranny in men. It is much harder, however, to finally find some peace and reassurance in a hell that oftentimes seems unending.
And?
Well, I think I found some peace.